Hi everyone, welcome to a very special The Last of Us challenge. We're calling it Grounded Till Death, and the concept is pretty self-explanatory. I'm gonna run through the game as, well, quickly as possible, I guess, and just keep going until I die. Now, I have done a few things in order to stack the odds in my favor. The first thing I've done is I've completed the game on the normal mode, and then I started a new game plus, but the second the prologue is over, if you stop the game and you go back into chapters mode and then scroll down to grounded mode, you can actually start the grounded mode with all of your different upgrades and whatnot that you had from your first playthrough. So that's the only thing I've done to sort of help myself out in this playthrough. So let's begin. I'm not going to bother going in and reading the newspaper or anything like that. I'm just going to hightail it straight to the phone, and then from the phone straight over to where Joel sort of comes in and shoots that guy in the face and whatever. So let's just jump right on in here and see the messages and yada yada yada. Let's go. Skip, skip, skip. Come on, come on. I want to make some good timing on this, and I'll probably keep these videos to around, oh, I don't know, 40 minutes or so, something like that, just so that you guys, you know, you have a good amount of content to watch. You get to see my super skills. Yeah. I always love this introduction here. I think this is absolutely brilliant. Obviously, this is going to be a Let's Play video, and so there's some major spoilers here, obviously. If you haven't played The Last of Us yet and you want to, I truly encourage you not to watch this video, because you're going to have just one of the best stories of all time in an action game spoiled for you, and you really don't want that. Now, I love this scene here. I think this is brilliant. Look at that. It's like ruthless. Your daughter's like, oh my god. Sarah's just in shock. And I love it. The voice acting here is absolutely sensational.
There's something bad going on. You've got to get her.
I love the look on Sarah's face here. It's just awesome. You can tell that she's absolutely petrified. And had I gone through and done the whole, you know, intro to go very slowly, I love the way her body language sort of shows just how scared she's becoming. Anyways, good to see Tommy here. We'll hop in the car real quick, and we'll go on a nice family adventure. Love this. Absolutely love this. I remember the first time I played this, well, a year ago, I was just floored. They had me from right here. Just that whole scene where the neighbor breaks in and Joel has to shoot him in the face. I was just amazed with this. And this whole scene here, I absolutely love it, because you get to see sort of just a little fraction of the insanity, and you can sort of imagine what it would have been like for you if you were placed in a situation like that. And that's what I really focused on in my original review. I was looking at answering that question of what would you do if you had to survive? Like, would you kill, or would you be one of these who just lays down and dies? And that's the feeling you get from playing this, and especially this beginning here. I just love it. I mean, look at the brutality of everything. These guys, they think they're being smart. Oh, we're gonna head to the highway or the expressway or whatever it is, and well, lo and behold, they're just they're in for a little bit of a shock. This I love too. The old barn here just all set ablaze. It's just, it really does go to show you just the insanity of it all. And, you know, once an epidemic of this sort of magnitude was broken out, just what would you do to survive? And these two guys right now, they're not used to killing people or things like that, or at least we're never really told the full backstory. but I would be very surprised if either one of these guys was a true-born killer or anything like that. This too, this is a very powerful scene there, where you have to leave the family because, like Joel says, you know, we have a kid too, and we can't bring on stragglers. It's, you know, basically kill or be killed, everyone fend for themselves, and that's very true. I mean, in a doomsday scenario, that's pretty much exactly what would happen, and that's where all hell breaks loose. And here we go. So everyone had the same idea, going down this road here to get onto the highway, and then uh-oh, what's this? There's an infected. Look at him go, clawing away. Again, the brutality is really, it's crazy. And I do this for you guys. Look at this. Boom! Oh, who saw that coming? And so we're on our way. Let's get the hell out of here. Running, running, running. And this too is great. Joel's like, you know, just move it, move it. And Tommy's just saying like, what are you, crazy? There's no way. I'm not going to run through people, but you can't just stop here, and blah, blah, blah. And I love that because, again, it's showing you like the world is coming to an end. Run for your lives. We're all going to die. And I love it. Oh, what happened here? Oh, cutscene time.
Daddy? Hey. Hey!
Get back, baby. Get back. Come here, baby. Come here. Come, give me your hand. What is it?
This is great. This is absolutely great. I love the fact that Sarah's now 100% dependent on you, and this whole scene here is just amazing. The first time I played this, and even now playing it for like, I don't know, the 6th time, 5th time, something like that, it just, the feeling like, oh my god, you know, how are we ever gonna escape this? We're doomed. We're all gonna die. And just like that, like the chaos, and everyone's losing their minds, basically losing control, and the police and the government and everything, they can't stop this madness. And here you are at your most vulnerable, running with your daughter, having your brother trying to sort of help you out. And it's just like, wow, talk about powerful. Alright, so we're just gonna make our way to the theater there, the Armadillo Theater. I never actually noticed that before. What movies are playing, I wonder? It'd be funny if it was like Dawn of the Dead or something. Alright, so we're gonna dart in this little back alley here, and then we go through a bar, if I'm not mistaken. I did that on purpose. I wanted to show you guys that you can actually interact with things. Amazing! For this particular part, there's no real skill involved. As long as you keep moving, the difficulty really doesn't matter. You can't really die. You're just gonna, you know, it's a scripted event. So just keep going here, go into the pool hall, or the bar, or whatever it is. And we're gonna leave Tommy here. Goodbye, Tommy. Thank you for watching the door while we escape. And now here we go again, more madness. Love the lighting and graphics here, just gorgeous. Such a beautiful game. Anyways, alright, so we keep going, running, running, running. Uh-oh, here is an ambulance. That's never a good sign. Looks like it's deserted. But wait! No, it's not. Run! Alright, and now another cutscene.
We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Okay. We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians on the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Eddie, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Listen, buddy, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Shit. Please don't. Oh, no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, no, no. Please. 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 Please don't do this. Please.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest shock I think I had when I played the game, because I knew that, you know, there was Ellie and there was Joel and that they were in this like post-apocalyptic setting or whatnot, but I had no idea that they were going to start the game like that. And I think in a way I probably should have maybe not known about the daughter getting killed and things like that, but I should have known that there was something that was going to happen, because of that event. It just plays so well with the characterization between Joel and Ellie, because at first he's really not liking her. He feels like, oh god, whatever, it's just baggage or whatever, and then after he slowly starts to really care for her. Once this little introduction here is over with, the credits, we can begin the madness that is Grounded. Now, obviously, going into this, I'm gonna sort of play a little bit differently than I would normally do. Normally, I just run in, gun blazing, being the lunatic that I am. But with Grounded, we gotta realize a couple of things. This was designed to be hella hard, and I've never actually played Grounded before, so this is going to be a new experience, but we got this. We got this. I do have some experience, though, with this, well, not The Last of Us, the series as a whole, because it's one game, really. But I am the type of guy that when I play the Uncharted series, I always play on hard and then go to crushing. And I mean, yeah, I'll die, you know, 500 million times, but it's a very fun and rewarding experience. So I really want to check this out. This is going to be a nice challenge, just to see how far I can get in this particular mode without dying.
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here and I got jumped by these two assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now, yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
Alright, so here we go. Finally, the control is going to be thrown over to me. No more cutscenes. We can finally get some action going here. So this is going to be kind of exciting.
Checkpoint's still
And away we go. Let's start walking around. Come on, Joel. Let's do this. Again, I'm not going for any BS. Just going to strictly go and bring on the pain. So if you're actually looking for, you know, a complete walkthrough showing you where you have to go, what you have to do, blah, 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 that's not at all what you're going to be seeing in this particular video.
Attention. Citizens are required to carry a citizen ID at all times. Compliance with all city personnel is mandatory.
Don't you just love the look of this, though? I mean, this is a future where it's pretty damn shitty, if I do say so myself. I mean, this is a world that is literally fallen apart. I love that backdrop there. We see the building just leaning over onto the other one, and it's just like really all hell has broken loose. And every city sort of has areas like this where they're basically little clusters of life, and as you go on in the game, as we'll see, well, these things very quickly just fall apart from hunters and the infected and, well, everything else. And plus you have another little war that's sort of brewing right now between the so-called government that we have here and the Fireflies. We're just about to see some madness in 3, 2, 1. There it is. And yeah, like, so there's this little war going on because the Fireflies want all sections of government to basically be reinstated to the way it was before, but that might be an unrealistic goal living in this sort of world that they're living in right now. I mean, could you imagine what your local government would do if a situation or an outbreak like this actually happened? Yeah, it would be pretty messed up. Okay, so you're going to see a couple of changes right off the bat. Notice how I do not have a health meter on the right-hand corner, bottom right-hand corner of the screen. So you have to pay attention to Joel. It's the only way you're going to know if you can take another hit or whatnot. So that right there, I was very surprised to see that, because I was like, okay, that's something I didn't know. This is gonna be a challenge, and well, I'm all up for it. Damn it, with my super skills, be able to beat this whole game in one sitting. Okay, maybe not one sitting, but yeah, we'll see. A couple episodes for sure.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
This is us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet. No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this.
Alright, so all we have to do is move this out of the way, then I'm gonna jump down that hole there and go and pick up some of my supplies. Now, one thing with this game that's always sort of like, whoa to me, is this right here. It's damn dark, man, and when you go into an area that's infected with spores, it can be super hard to see where you gotta go. And when you have clickers all around you, and remember that in this particular mode, you cannot use Joel's hearing ability. So, yeah, needless to say, gets a little bit scary. So if you don't have like balls of steel or nerves of steel, you probably should not be playing on this mode, because yeah, you're gonna be really stressed out at most encounters in the game. There's only a couple where you go through and you're sort of like, oh well, yeah, this is a breeze. For the most part though, you're gonna be extremely stressed out, especially when you have clickers and runners. Oh, it's brutal. And I'm just thinking ahead, my god, could you imagine when I get to a bloater? Ooh, that's gonna be super brutal.
You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
Go on.
Got it.
Be careful.
When am I not?
That a trick question? Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Again, I know I've said it like a million times already, but just look at this world. This is just amazing. You can see that nature is slowly but surely taking over, because there's no one around to cut the grass. And it's so funny because a lot of people in the scientific community have said within only a few hundred years, nature would pretty much take over the entire planet if we didn't, well, like if we weren't around to, you know, basically keep it tame. And that's exactly what's happening here. I mean, it's been 20 years since the outbreak first happened and all hell broke loose, and yet take a look around. I mean, everything is smashed to hell. I mean, granted, we didn't help the situation with all the chaos and anarchy going around, but just look around. I mean, all the buildings are shot to hell and nature is taking over, and it's just, I don't know. It seems like a very realistic world that could happen if there was this sort of outbreak that happened in real life. And goodness knows, I hope that never happens, because youch. Okay, so here we go. This is what I was saying before. When you have these spores, it can be very difficult to see. This is the cause of the spores. So we're just gonna go ahead. Like I said, I'm not gonna goof around with anything. We're just gonna go all in.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This way. Easy. Watch it, watch it.
And as you guys know, this is one of the most like dramatic scenes. You're like, oh my goodness, this poor guy. Now we get our first bullet, and again, as you can see, you don't see the amount of ammo you have. So the only way to check on grounded is to switch weapons, and that is actually pretty easy to do. I mean, you just flip the D-pad and away you go. You can easily take a look at how many bullets you've got. But because this is grounded, you're really not going to be using bullets, or at least you shouldn't. Now, as I mentioned before, you cannot listen in this mode, so you basically just have to go to town. So let's see, first encounter, let's do it, baby! Now, there will be no prompt, so what I do here is, you see, watch this. I'm strangling him, and he gets away from me. What? So, yeah, did not see that coming whatsoever. If you've got to melee these guys, what you want to do is try and melee them as close to a surface as possible, because Joel will typically do that. Now, you notice that I've already been hit, so I don't know what my health is at, but Joel isn't clenching himself just yet. Do keep in mind, though, this is a new Game Plus run, so my health is a little bit boosted. If I didn't have that, the odds are Joel right now would indeed be clenching his gut in pain. So that's pretty wild, but hey, we survived the first encounter, so props to that. This series is on a good start.
fresh air. That's the one thing I love about the outside. Fucking hate the smell of the city.
Why don't you ask Bill to get you some of them air fresheners?
Hey, if they weren't expired, that'd be a good idea.
Alright, just gonna move on into this next area here. And from there, we'll be at our... Well, one of the next encounters is coming up fairly soon. But for the most part right now, it's just gonna be a little bit of platforming. Quite simple stuff. I just gotta go down below after and pick up a plank and away we go. I do have one little glitch here though, which you'll get to see, which is always fun. Glitches are cool, man. No, actually, no they're not.
Plank fell down.
Alright, so what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab that and then leave it off for Tess, and then Tess picks it up and does lies it down and whatever. And then what you're supposed to do is move over to the next ledge and just jump up and go around. You see right there where my camera is straight ahead, which is where I'm gonna go. But I don't think it's an actual glitch. I just, you see here, I am pressing the jump button and nothing is happening. So that's why I'm like, what the hell? So I look around, I'm like, what am I missing here? And I go over again. Now this side, I should have actually kept going on the left-hand side because that's what triggers it. But I already did, as you saw. So this is why I'm walking around in circles going, yeah, what's going on here, folks? But I keep trying too much towards the wall. See, I'm being stupid right now. This is me looking around going, wow, this is lame. I was going to cut this, but I figured, nah, I'm going to show you guys the real way this went down. Anyways, I try again, and then, hey, look at that. I'm sure it didn't glitch. I'm actually pretty sure I'm just an idiot and was going on the wrong side. I should have just been over more. But whatever. C'est la vie. Alright, so we go across the plank, and we can go down and around, and we will be good to go. Alright, here we go. Again, there's not much for a little while, because I've got to go, I've got to meet all of, oh, I don't remember his name there, the crew, and then go after that little schmuck, and then we will be on our way.
Shut it. Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know he's expecting us.
Well, that'll make it more interesting. Good to go. Come on.
This is an area that I always thought was pretty cool because it's almost like a city within a city, because these people aren't really supposed to be doing what they're doing, I would imagine. They don't really explicitly say anything, but I really like this. I really like how all this different stuff is sort of, I guess it was lying around or whatever, and now it's like this city, this tiny little city of people or town of people.
Sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask. I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
Alright, so here we go. After all these cutscenes and videos and all this other nonsense, I don't know why I said videos, but yeah. Here we go. Finally gonna have our first challenging confrontation in the game, because the last one, well, wasn't too bad. So let's see how this one plays out.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
Okay, so the very first thing that you have to be very careful of is when you want to take aim, you need to do that. You have to slowly go up and down. See, I took too long to do the headshot. That would have killed me. If I didn't have the boost in my health, I would have been dead. That would have been it. So you've got to really do that. You have to go up and down. You have to just... You can't take time. If you take too much time, you're finished. But we survived this encounter, but look at Joel. So now I'm in trouble here. I'm going to have to get some health or I'm pretty much screwed. But you don't want to be using bullets. That's the key. Remember who we were. So yeah, that's the real key here, is if you're using your gun, you're doing something wrong. In that particular instance, there wasn't much I could have done. I could try to get in behind and do a melee attack, but that would have been very, very challenging. And the odds are I would have been killed by one of the two guys. I would have probably meleeed one of them and got killed by the other. Okay, so this next area is going to be interesting because there's about 4 or 5 guys in this area, and everything depends on placement. And since you cannot see where enemies are placed, it can get very, very tricky very, very quickly. Thankfully, this area, it's more or less always the same pattern that the guys walk, but later on, you know that things get really, really difficult because enemy patterns change. So right now, we got these 2 guys right here. You know the drill. Tess is going to take the guy on the left, and I'm going to go and take the guy on the right. Now, after my little weirdness that happened with that, wasn't a clicker, but that runner, I'm a little bit nervous here. See, I could have taken that guy down, but I was worried the guy inside here was going to take a look and see me. So I was like, okay, we need to be very careful. So there, just got some health. That's good. Okay, I can potentially grab this guy. Hopefully no one will see me. But, lo and behold, he does. So I have to be very careful. Thankfully, I was going to shoot him in the face, but I was like, nah, I better not. So, again, you got to run, you got to hide. You have to be on the defensive. You cannot play this offensively or you're finished. Now, my problem is I know there's another guy, and thankfully I just saw him, because otherwise I would be pretty much screwed. So we have to wait till this guy shows his face, or I take the chance of getting one-shotted and killed instantly. Why I took my gun out, I have no idea, because I can't use it. And there we go. Boom! Next area done. Got the key, so we can move on to the next area, which is actually directly in behind me, believe it or not. But I believe I'm going to go and look for some supplies, knowing pretty much in my heart of hearts that I'm pretty much screwed for supplies, because on Grounded they don't give you anything, like anything. But I figure, well, you know, I'm gonna check just the same. I don't trust Jarrod, that damn guy. Alright, let's move on up and see how the next encounter goes. Alright, so for this particular encounter, what I want to do is I want to quickly go, sneak in behind that other crate, and then throw a bottle, hoping that the guy who's closest to the door will come inside. So let's see how this plays out. See, he's coming in, but I threw it too high. So yeah, that sucks. So now he just saw me. Now I've got this guy coming in, so what do? Do I rush him? Well, that's not what you do. And I'm dead! And there ends this series. So yeah, as a joke, I hope you guys enjoyed this ridiculous video.